money and health. How do these two things go together? Actually create healthy money, and money can create health. So let's talk about what is money. Money is energy. We need money to live, to buy things, to bring things into our life. It's an energy of exchange. And the amount of energy exchange we're able to do through the tool of money really depends on our ability to be a conduit for that energy. So what does being a conduit mean? It means how much can I literally receive and transmit. There's, healthy relationships to money where it is based on trust and knowing and creation, and I'm giving something to the world, thus I receive money and energy for that. There's a really clear, healthy transference that happens. But as we see in society, a lot of what gets stuck to money is power and greed and fear, and it's based on there's not enough and I need to work harder and I'm not good enough, and it's like our whole connection to money as an energy is connected to this fear, lack, destructive energy. So it's not really is money good or bad, because it's really what is your relationship to money. Are you feeling in the flow and the health of the more abundant vibration? It's a feeling. Money and abundance. In order to feel abundant is a feeling, because many people can have money and they don't necessarily feel abundant. They can actually feel still like they desperately need more, but it never is, it's never that feeling of I actually have. So you can start to see how even just in thinking of money in that way, you can see how it's connected to health. And if you're in that flow of the joy of being that receiver and transmitter of money, in that flow, then that in itself brings you into a more positive vibration, or you feel just lighter and freer, and thus that in itself is good for your health, because there's infinite studies to show that stress depletes our resources. That's the cause of pretty much every sickness. So really, if we want to make sure our health is abundant and vibrant, then really looking at how are we interacting with money is really critical to that, because it really is such a key to our every moment of our life. Then if we look at health, often we think of health as the lack of disease. We think of it as something that we need to tick certain boxes in order to have, and yet we also know that you can tick all those boxes, you can eat well, you can go to bed early, you can meditate, you can drink your green juice and all the other things that are supposed to be healthy, and still people get sick. So what is the underlying principle of health that is beyond just what you do? And if we connect it back to the money piece, it's how much in the flow can I be? So that healthy relationship to money, like energy flowing through me, is actually the same when you look at health. It's in order for your body to be healthy, there's a communication that needs to happen between all of your organs, endocrines, body parts, all of your cells. You are a system of energy, and health depends on the intelligence and the efficiency of all those pieces to communicate. So if your lungs and your heart having a clear communication, then your body is able to synchronize that, and thus health improves. So how do we get in that zone, that sync, that flow where our health is improving from the inside out, the intelligence that is health, that is breathing you, that is circulating your blood, that is keeping you alive beyond just what you do? How do we tap clearer into that and become better at improving those communication systems so you can receive more energy and that flow can happen in a really healthy way? And then when you're in that vibrant place, as I'm sure you know, particularly if you're an entrepreneur, when you're in that place of vibrancy, the clarity on making money is a healthier one. So if you're having a conversation with someone where you are telling them about what you do and you're sharing your gifts and you're, you know, asking for that energy exchange, you're going to be much more likely to be able to speak the words that they want to hear and make that exchange and create that contract if you are in your place of vibrancy. We're going to tune in to see, okay, what areas of our body-mind kind of psyche are ready to shift or improve their communication so that both your health can improve and your money flow can improve. And your consciousness can start to make that shift of recognizing that the two are one, and thus in every moment you do have the opportunity to support health money or money health. It's like the same at the same time. So when you're taking an action, just taking a moment to stop and say, am I taking action from a stressed place, a there's not enough place, a fearful place, or am I able to feel my shoulders relaxed and my neck released, and taking the time to balance my brain, release my shoulders before I then take an action. So that you are, in effect, living the healthy version of you, even as you take the actions on your to-do list. So the first thing that's coming up is a belief system of I'm only as good as the amount of money I have. I'm only as good as the amount of money I have. And obviously, you know, it's probably easier for you to see that in society. Maybe you can see certain areas of your life where you feel that, or, you know, comparison with other people and putting people on a, you know, kind of higher or lower plane than you, depending on the amount of money that you or they have. So it's really getting our bodies to take a look at, is there any emotion stuck to that belief, thus kind of making that belief believable? And then that is going to be linking to our hearts with a definition of feeling trapped. So again, it's that feeling of, you know, I feel like we experience this, whether it's to do with money or health. There's these things I have to do in order to have it. And if I don't get the things done, it's like this trap I'm like kind of constantly falling into, or this like treadmill that I'm constantly having to run on to just keep up. And so it just looks like sinking into this place in our heart beyond, that knows it's not a trap and is able to just recognize I'm alive, like it's there, I have it, I have everything I need. And it's linking to our heart energy field and almost like an upgrade on the amount of energy that we can feel comfortable with. Linking to your neck, and we've got fear of having too much. And it was interesting because in a holy shift, I think 2 weeks ago, it came up of, a bunch of things came up around money and abundance. And one of the pieces that came up was fear around having money, having abundance. And it was fascinating the amount of fears and that people were aware of having money, like, you know, then I'm going to be trapped, then I'm responsible, I won't be able to handle it, I will, like, fear of becoming abusive, fear of what other people will say, and all of these fears that we usually don't think about of actually having abundance. Usually we just think of the fears of not having it. So it's linking to any fear in our neck of actually having that flow, having that abundance. And it's linking back to your heart with the definition of the truth of me. You're going to breathe and tap over your head. Can you see? Oh, they're quite high on here. So tapping over your head. And tapping over your heart, and breathe. So your body is now just running a kind of system check for all of that, and this big epic download that we just had, and all those pieces and all the awareness and the emotions connected to the beliefs around my value being connected to how much money I have. Linking to our hearts and that next level of energy field, and any fear from our neck of having it. So just breathing, So your body right now is taking a look and seeing, can I improve any of this? So just stay with it, keep breathing. Keep hand on your heart. Okay. So now we're just going to link your heart to your hands with a definition of the next level of giving from my heart. Hands on heart. And breathe. And tap head and heart. So your heart meridian actually goes down your arm, down the inside, down to your pinky. And your hand chakras are very connected to your heart chakra. So there's very much, you know, when this is connected and the energy is flowing, there's a natural giving from heart, because that's the vibration, that's the experience that your body is having. Thus, that is where the actions come from. I want to know from you, what new depth of experience came forth through this experience? So obviously you're here because you're already aware, you already have connections, you've heard a lot of this information before, but can you feel it in a different way right now? So can you actually experience some of the insights coming from you, place? So I want to know those insights. So what is your perspective, your vision, your experience, and how can you share this? So write me some words, you can write me an epically long essay if you want, in the comments, because your experience is so essential to the whole. Because you having an insight and someone else having an insight and me having an insight and all of us coming together, all of our insights together, make a much bigger shift than just us as individuals. So share me your individual part so that we can all connect to a new whole. Because remember, you are the whole point, and connected, we are making a whole new world. So thank you for being here. Massive love. Make sure you're subscribed on YouTube, because I want you to watch all my vlogs, because they are the coolest shift ever. It's just incredible. It really is like real life, reality, magical show. It's pretty trippy, and you should definitely check them out and comment and participate in creating them with me, with us. So I will see you next week for another action ship. I will see you tomorrow for another vlog, and Wednesday for We Dance Day. Thank you for being here. So much love. I will see you soon. And to be continued. Bye. This is my favourite sweater at the minute, in case you haven't noticed. If you haven't seen a video from me in a while, that means you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, because I have been uploading videos every single day. So if you are not subscribed to me on YouTube, go and click over there and do that, so that you can follow all the vlogs, and lots of fun happens, and epic dance parties, and they're really amazing.